Recruitment remains one of the biggest challenges clients bring to me. The struggle to find people when they've got vacancies. And I think the reason is that we're just thinking about recruitment wrong. We're thinking about it as an admin process, a HR process. It's not, it's sales and marketing. And the reality is we've got low unemployment, which means the people you want to employ are in work, and therefore you need a strategy that focuses on those types of people. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that. My name's Jenefer, I'm the founder of Silk Helix, and we help small businesses with all things HR, people management and leadership. You'll have heard the marketeers tell you when you're trying to find clients, you need to know who your ideal client is. When I'm talking knowing your ideal client, I'm not talking demographics. We have to face in recruitment issues around discrimination, the possible risks, and actually the value to your business of a diverse workforce. So looking for mums within a 5-mile radius, for example, is not what we mean when we're talking ideal candidate. What we mean is what values do people have that work for you? What skills do they have? What makes them want to work in your industry? Where are they likely to be working now? Sometimes that will be very specific. You're looking for a very skilled person. They're probably working for a competitor. They may be working in an organisation that has wider skill sets and they are one department, or they may be working in an environment where everybody is the skill that they are. That's what we mean, is knowing really who these people are. And then within that, are there things about your organisation, values that you have that you're looking for your ideal candidates to hold? These are what we're talking about. We're talking about being able to identify who this person truly is, what they look like in terms of what they can bring to your organisation, what they're doing now, where their skill sets are and where their values are. Once you know who that person is and who you're talking to, the rest is going to be a lot easier to be able to target them, because as I said, they're probably not looking for work, or if they are, they're in work and they're trying to do it discreetly. Step 2 then, you need to be able to define the job description. To be able to recruit, to be able to attract the right people, you need to be really clear about what it is that you're offering and what it is that you're expecting this person to do for you when they're employed. When it comes to job descriptions, the old kind of style of a list of tasks can be quite off-putting, uninspiring, and also not get into the detail of your organisation. For example, making coffee might be on the job description. In McDonald's, that's going to look very different to the Ritz. So you need to be defining what that really means in your organisation, and your job descriptions should reflect that. Your job descriptions should reflect things like teamwork, communication skills, the sorts of things that you value and that you need in order to be successful. Client experience, for example, might be there in the job description, but you need to really know what this good person is going to look like. I've got other videos on writing job descriptions. There's a link in the description below. But also subscribe, keep up to date, because there's always videos with new hints and tips that are going to help you with all of this stuff. When you understand who your ideal candidate is and you understand your job descriptions and the roles that you're offering, you can start to build some really compelling brand content. And this is about your employer brand. Now, your employer brand shouldn't be remarkably different to your customer brand, but it is going to have some different messages in terms of what you're expecting from people and also how you're going to treat them, what they can expect from you. But there is a great opportunity now with websites to be able to put out some really compelling brand information, even for small businesses. So videos, for example, from existing staff talking about what it's like to work there. Things like day in the life videos or stories, blog posts, information about your company, your culture, your values, what it's like to work for you, the benefits that you offer, things around the process for recruitment as well. The more you tell people what to expect in your processes, what to expect in working for you, the more you attract the right people. You will repel the wrong people, but that's okay. That's exactly what we want to be doing. We want to be attracting the right people into your business that are going to help you to grow your business. It's worth investing in making sure you've got some content there at the very least on your website, having a page around careers and what it's like to work for you. And then, of course, you can use that to put content elsewhere in terms of marketing jobs and vacancies that you've got. So step 4 then, making the best of social media when it comes to recruitment. Do not shy away from social media. And social media, we don't just mean LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all of these. If that is where your ideal candidate is, then you need to meet them where they are. Chances are the people you're recruiting are in work. Many of them aren't even looking for a new role actively. You've got to get yourself in front of them. They are not on Indeed. They are not on Total Jobs hunting for jobs. They may well be following the brands that they really want to work for. And when those jobs come up from those brands, they will apply for them, even if they're in a current role that they're otherwise happy in. So you've got to make sure that you're utilising your social media, not just for your client marketing, but also for putting messages out there for your potential candidates, for people who may want to work for you. Your customers are going to want to see this as well. There's a lot more now around sustainability and corporate responsibility, and making sure that brands understand and look after their staff as well as their customers. And people do want to hear those things. So when you're building your social media strategies, think about your ideal candidates, think about your employer brand content, get this out there. Don't worry if people who work for your competitors are following you. This is great. They may want to work for you, and make sure your job adverts get out there. But also remember that when you do put things like job adverts out on social media, these types of posts don't go as far as quickly, and not everyone sees them. The only person that sees every single one of your posts is you. So make sure that you're reposting, you're sharing, you're getting that information out there so that people who you need to see it do see it. While social media is great, you absolutely should be talking to your ideal candidates about what it's like to work for you, building up a pipeline of people who want to see your job adverts when you put them out there. You also want to make sure that when you put a job advert out there, it can be found by the people who are looking for jobs at that moment in time. That's where SEO comes in, search engine optimization. So you need to think about, when you write your job adverts, how you make sure that they're compelling and they stop the scroll, whether that is in Indeed or Total Jobs or any of the other job boards or on social media. You are competing with a huge number of job adverts. You've got to stop the scroll. You've got to catch people's eye, and you've got to make sure that your job titles are searchable. So if you've got weird and wonderful internal job titles that mean something within your business, that's great, but don't use them on external adverts. People don't know what you're talking about. You need to be using the headline, the job title that the people you want to attract are searching for. And that's what we mean by search engine optimization. So really think about that. There's a lot of people that use the terms job description and advert interchangeably. Historically, we've often seen job adverts which look like job descriptions. It's here's a job title, here's a list of tasks, here's the skills that you're going to have to apply, now apply for it. That's not going to work anymore. It's not going to stand out. It's not going to cut above. And it's not going to attract those people who are not desperate for a job and not desperate to leave their employers. An advert is just that. It's an advert. It's why recruitment is sales and marketing. It's exactly the same skills. It's stopping the scroll, it's attracting attention, and it's shouting out to people why they should come and work for you. Which brings me on to step 6. We do need to make sure that, as well as stopping the scroll without adverts, we are being really clear to people why they should apply for this role and what's in it for them. A job isn't just about money. It's not just about, well, I need a job, I've got to pay the mortgage, I've got to put food on the table, I just need a job. People are in jobs. That problem has been solved. Why are they going to leave that job and come and work for you? What are you offering that is different to their current employer? And it doesn't have to be, and it isn't always more money. That's one aspect, and certainly making sure that your advert contains the salary range in there is really important, because that allows people to know whether it's worth them applying, whether this is the right role for them. But also, what else are you offering? Are you offering things like flexible working? Are you offering training, for example? All of these things matter to people. What is it that you're offering that Perhaps the employer down the road isn't and is going to make somebody apply for your role over theirs, or if they get both, they're going to accept your role over theirs. Now there's 6 steps to building your pipeline, making sure you know who you're attracting, making sure that you're putting the message out to them, you're getting in front of them when you need to be, whether that's because they're passively waiting for you to put job adverts out or they're seeking jobs right now. My 7th is a slightly different tip, but I think it is really valuable and useful. And that is to have a relationship with schools and colleges. They are always looking for people who can talk about careers to their students, do interview days. Many of them will have careers fairs and things. Become known as an employer to them at that stage and start creating your pipeline there. You can even then look at apprenticeships and things as well in terms of getting people in, training them up, and they will often stay longer if they've gone through things like apprenticeships with you. I've got a video on apprenticeships, the link is in the description, and hit that subscribe button so that you're not missing a single video and you keep up to date on all the hints and tips to attract and retain the best people.